Hugh Jackman got fired from X-Men after doing this. Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how Hugh Jackman got fired from X-Men after doing this. Let's get right into it. It's hard to picture anyone other than Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As one of the most well-known and well-liked members of the X-Men cast, the incredibly muscular action hero currently holds the Guinness World Record for longest career as a live-action Marvel superhero. But as it turns out, he came dangerously close to missing out on the role that would have made or broken his career right before it began. Jackman recalled that he was almost let go from the X-Men cast due to his poor performance and a surprising lack of self-confidence at the time. According to the Australian native, thousands of actors tried out for the role of Wolverine in Bryan Singer's first X-Men film. However, nobody could have even predicted how successful it would become at the time, but any opportunity to play an action hero seemed appealing. Jackman told the Daily Beast, "I believe I was put in the mix early on." Jackman then added, "Doug Ray Scott got the part, Russell Crowe turned it down. That's the second role I've gotten that Russell's turned down. He's been very good to me, Russ. The other one was Australia." Jackman recalled how the audition was weird because, at the time, Scott was already cast and everyone expected him to become Wolverine. He then added, "It was this Hail Mary to begin with, which is probably the best way to do an audition, so I never thought anything was happening with that." Though he's now a Hollywood mainstay, Jackman was a newcomer when he shot his first Marvel film. His inexperience and lack of confidence shone through in his performance, almost costing him the job. According to Mental Floss, Jackman only retained his Wolverine role because of his wife's encouragement. He said, "I was told that things weren't really working out as they hoped. I was about to get fired from my first Hollywood movie, the biggest of my career. I was angry, so I went home to my wife and I complained. I was whining at an Olympic level of whining to Deb, my wife, and moaning about this person and that person." He then added, "She listened to me very patiently for about an hour and finally she just said, 'Listen, I think you have just got to trust yourself. You are worrying way too much about what everyone else is thinking. Just go back to the character, focus on that, trust your instinct. You've got this.' To me that was love, someone that believes in you when you don't fully believe in yourself." Jackman's tenure as Wolverine has been long and exciting, but the actor decided to leave the role after Logan in 2017. Over the course of 17 years, the actor has appeared in 9 Marvel films. Jackman claims he left the franchise after he lost interest in the character. He told Entertainment Weekly, "Every time I did it, I wanted to feel excitement about it and real inspiration of, oh, we're tackling something new." He then added, "So I was not sure what that new thing was going to be." Fans are still waiting to see if Jackman will reprise his role in an X-Men reboot. The 54-year-old actor has hinted that if the timing was right, he would do it. Following his surprise appearance in X-Men Apocalypse, Jackman starred in Logan, which he had planned to be his final film as Wolverine. After more than a decade of playing the role, Jackman felt it was time to say farewell. After dinner with his good friend, Jerry Seinfeld, he realized this. He recalled during a conversation with Willem Dafoe for Variety's Actors on Actors, "I went home and I said to Deb, on my way home in a cab, I said, 'This is the last one.'" He then added, "She goes, 'What?' I said, 'I just know this is the last one.'" Perhaps more importantly, Jackman also realized how he wants his Wolverine swan song to play out, saying, "I woke up the next morning with this very strong idea, which Jim Mangold and I had been working on, of treating it not like a comic book movie in any way." Hugh Jackman has since left his role as Wolverine and has appeared in films such as the biographical musical The Greatest Showman, the crime drama film Bad Education, and the neo-noir sci-fi thriller Reminiscence. Aside from acting in front of the camera, Jackman enjoys performing on stage and has made several appearances on Broadway. The Man, the actor's first world tour, began in 2019. The musical score, The Act, he sang songs from the soundtrack to the film The Greatest Showman, as well as Broadway musical numbers. Aside from wanting to play the character earlier, Jackman told Collider that there is one storyline he wishes he could have seen in his Wolverine career. Jackman said, "The other idea that I always loved was the idea in the comics that every year on Logan's birthday, his brother comes and beats the crap out of him." He then added, "I just thought that was such a cool, very funny idea and very in keeping with those characters. His birthday present was just a beating, and that's the only time he sees him. I kept saying, 'Jim, can we put that in?' And he goes, this is not that movie. But anyway, that's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.